Hey everybody, so happy Black History Month, rocking my Franklin t-shirt, Joy, yes. Franklin is the first Black comic strip character, so I always want to acknowledge him. And if you're interested, you can go look it up and learn more about it, but there was some controversy that the entire Peanut Gang was going to be canceled because the newspaper didn't want to include Franklin. And so Charles Schwartz, who's the creator behind Snoopy, Charlie Brown, and the whole Peanuts gang, was like, you know what, no Franklin, no Peanut Gang. So he held the line, and we got, of course, and it's the gift that keeps on giving. We got the Peanut Gang, including Franklin and all the things. So anyway, yay, joy. Happy Black History Month. I'm going to share with you all some books, recommendations, some biographies, some coffee table type books, some classics, some that I think will soon become classics. I'm going to share these in no particular order as far as like what's better, what's worse. I think it's all, good information to have, and you take what you need and leave what you don't. Be sure to share with others. And I also do have one section that is dedicated to Black women. So with that, I'm going to go ahead and get started so that this video does not take forever. Also, at the end of the video, I do have photos of the spines so that you don't have to keep pausing the video and all that to figure out the titles and the orders if it gets away from you. All right, so some that I would probably say are classics would be, or soon to be classics. I'll get us started here with Ta-Nehisi Coates, Between the World and Me. Again, I'm going to go quickly. W.E.B. Du Bois, The Souls of Black Folk. James Baldwin, Giovanni's Room. Toni Morrison, Song of Solomon. Isabel Wilkerson, Cass, The Origins of Our Discontents. I will say this is a required reading in one of my courses that I instruct. So another one, Dr. Joy DeGroy, and it's going to be Post-Traumatic Slave Syndrome. Jim Wallace, America's Original Sin. Douglas Flo, Uncontrollable Blackness. This is a former professor of mine and all-around dope individual. Definitely recommend you checking that one out. Ijeoma Oluo, and I apologize if I am not correctly pronouncing that, but this is a great read too, so you want to talk about race. We then have Sawande Mustakim, Slavery at Sea, another professor at WashU. Great work here. This is Terror, Sex, and Sickness in the Middle Passage. W.E.B. Du Bois, The Scholar Denied. Ibram Kendi, Stamped from the Beginning. We then have Richard Rothstein, The Color of Law. George Fredrickson, Racism, A Short History. Michelle Alexander, The New Jim Crow. Imani Perry, South to America. And Adia Harvey Wingfield, Gray Areas. How the Way We Work Perpetuates Racism and What We Can Do to Fix It. Then I'm going to shift gears and go into the ones that are centering the experiences of Black women. And this one is Disha Philia. I'm not sure how to pronounce that. This is such a good book. It's really short. You can get through this probably most people in a day or two. The Secret Lives of Church Ladies. So just a really good read. I just received this to consider adding it as a required text in one of my courses, so I haven't read it yet. Jen M. Jackson, Black Women Taught Us. An Intimate History of Black Feminism is the full title. This one is Dorothy Roberts, Killing the Black Body. Check that out. This one here I love. This is Brittany Cooper's Eloquent Rage. This is Mickey Kendall, Hood Feminism, Notes from the Women That a Movement Forgot. This is also required reading in one of the courses that I teach. Sabrina Strings, Fearing the Black Body, The Racial Origins of Fat Phobia. And then definitely a classic, Patricia Hill Collins, Black Feminist Thought, Knowledge, Consciousness, and the Politics of Empowerment. I cite this so much in my scholarship. Like, this is like the center of my academic world here. All right, so now I'm going to continue with those that are focused on the experiences of Black women. Another classic, The Color Purple, Alice Walker. This is Ann Potgens, Why Are You So Angry? I have not read this one yet. This one was gifted to me by a publisher for whom I reviewed a book. This was gifted to me by a friend, Resma Minikim, My Grandmother's Hands, Racialized Trauma and the Pathways to Mending Our Hearts and Bodies. And then we have Latanya Yvette, Women of Color, Motherhood, Sisterhood, Style, Beauty, Loss, and Resilience. Excellent book here. And now we will shift gears and look at some of the biographies that I have. So absolute classic, of course, the autobiography of Malcolm X is told to Alex Haley. We have The Mother of Black Hollywood, Jennifer Lewis, Rise Up, Kenlock / STL County. Tabitha Brown, I Did a New Thing. Tabitha has another, I don't see it right here in front of me, another book that's also maybe even leans more into autobiographical work, but this is worth checking out as well. Kamala also has another book, a couple other books that lean more into maybe autobiographical, but this is absolutely autobiographical around her 107 days where she was running for the office of president. So Kamala Harris, fairly new. I think it dropped in October. Keke Palmer, Master of Me. This one kind of blurs the line between self-help / autobiographical work. She's sharing a lot about her experiences, but also with this idea of here's some things to consider in your journey. And I really like this. This is a really great read for the 20-somethings in your life, but it's never too late to learn and change. This is Dawn Turner's Three Girls from Brownsville, a uniquely American memoir of race, fate, and sisterhood. This is so good. If you Google reviews on this, you may find, I did a professional review on this book a few years ago through EBSCO, and this right here, oh my gosh, outstanding. I don't have my slip cover on here, but this is Cicely Tyson, Just As I Am. Wonderful read from one of, the most amazing Black actresses that we've had to date. And then this is Will. People can feel how they will about the Smith family, but this right here, excellent book. Also, before I wrap up, I want to highlight some of the coffee table books that I have and enjoy. And coffee table, because usually they have the most amazing photos for one, but also really interesting topics, and they tend to be really big books. And I will designate something a coffee table book, even if that's not how it's being marketed or what have you. But this is Beyonce and the clothes she wears, and this primarily focuses on her costuming for the Renaissance tour. This is Jean-Michel Basquiat, King Pleasure, which was the name of the exhibit that toured the country with many of his works of art. One of my more recent books is The Look, Michelle Obama. Again, these are heavy, these coffee table books, but just the visuals, absolutely, Michelle, my belle, absolutely gorgeous. And then this one here is another Basquiat, which I haven't even taken the plastic off. I've had this book, I think close to 4 years now, but yeah, I'm gonna have to bust it open. But anyway, I am a fan. So definitely not an exhaustive list by any means. So much more to get into. That's one of my bookshelves behind me. I've got another one right here in front of me. And yes, I'm on the floor, throwing it back to the days of old when we would have reading circles on the carpet. It just feels really good and pure, and reminds me of times when life was much easier and things were so much more innocent. So with that, again, happy Black History Month, happy reading. Let me know what you've read, what your thoughts were, what you're most interested in. And again, the spines of all the books will be in the photos following the video. And let me know if there's something I missed, because I could not include every book that I have. Y'all would be here for a while, and that's not the goal. We just want to get started on some great reads for the month of February and beyond. All right, knowledge is power, so be sure to pour into yourself and those you love. I'll see you next time.